Good day and welcome to another edition of Citizens Movement Radio News. Today is Monday, 19 January 2026. I am Kudzai Maponde, ready to bring you the latest news and updates. Here are today's headlines on Citizens Movement Radio News. It's a duty, says President Advocate Nelson Chamisa, as he reaffirms his commitment to serve the people. Kufa Kutizwe demands justice for slain Bishop Masaya. Crisis in education as O-level pass rates remains extremely low. Now let's delve into the detailed stories. The People's President Advocate Nelson Chamisa has reaffirmed his commitment to serve the people, equating leadership to a duty. In a statement posted on his social media platforms, Advocate Chamisa said no amount of propaganda, lies, doubt, or criticism would dissuade him from standing up for the people. Meanwhile, the spokesperson for the opposition, Promise Mkwananzi, said Advocate Nelson Chamisa is the best foot forward for this country. Let's hear Mkwananzi speaking.
President Chamisa has always understood that leadership is service and duty, and has emphasized that principle from the outset of his leadership. He inherited the spirit of service from President Tsvangirai and continues to inculcate the spirit of service to the generality of the people of Zimbabwe, as well as to the leadership that he works with. It is a common cause that President Chamisa remains the best foot forward for Zimbabwe, remains the most populous leader in the country, the most experienced leader in terms of organizing and mobilizing for opposition politics, the politics of the alternative in our country, Zimbabwe. And therefore, we continue to urge citizens to follow the leadership and support the leadership of President Advocate Nelson Chamisa. Change is coming to the country. A new great Zimbabwe for everyone will be ushered into the country.
The former MP for Mavuku Tafara, Honorable Fipion Munyaradzi Kufa Hakutizwi, has expressed disappointment at the manner in which the police are handling the case of the late Bishop Tafumane Masaya, who was abducted and murdered in 2023. Honorable Kufa Hakutizwi expressed disappointment that 3 years after Bishop Masaya's cold blood murder, no arrests have been made as yet. Let's hear Honorable Kufa Hakutizwi speaking.
Makadi muri yeZimbabwe, makadi pasi rose. Hongu tiripo munyika yeZimbabwe. Vamwe vangati tapinda mugore ra 2026, vamwe vari kupembera, vamwe vachiti takapinda, asi kwatiri isu hatigoni kufara nokuti mwoyo yedu yakazvimba, mwoyo yedu yakaremerwa. Tine wanga, tine ronda rekumashure ra 2023. Tine hama yakashayikwa pakati pedu baba Masaya. Kubva makore ese mairi matatu apfuura. Hapana kana zvati zvaitwa nemapurisa eZimbabwe, Zimbabwe Republic Police. Nokuti zvatinoda isu zvatinofungidzira kuti zvingadai zvakaitika pamakore ese apfuura, kuva netsvagurudzo nekusunga mhondi dzakaponda baba Masaya. Asi kuti isu tinge tichifamba mberi pasina closure panyaya iyi, toti tapinda mugore idzva ringava itsvakwa pakalenda, asi mumwoyo yedu nemifungo yedu hapana chitsva chiripo. Nokuti chitsva chinogona kunge chiri patiri kuona kuti nyaya iyi yabatwa zviri zvakanaka, nyaya iyi yaenzaniswa, toona at least tava neclosure, tava nehealing mumwoyo medu. So mumwoyo medu hamugoni kuita healing, mune ronda, nokuti mapurisa eZimbabwe hapana zvaataita panyaya. Mhondi dzakaponda Masaya dziri kufamba, vachitoita nemabirthday party nemacelebration ekucelebrata ropa ravakadeura by-election. So sevana yeZimbabwe, sevana yeMabvuku, tisiti takabatikana ende hatigoni kuzoregerera kana kunge takasunungura mwana, nokuti mumwe medu waziva waripo vanhu vane evidence yekuziva kuti ninga anga aripo pakabatwa waMasaya, ninga anga aripo pakapondwa Mfundisi. So hazvigoni kuti tigore idzva rasvika mumwoyo medu mune zvakare, mumwoyo medu mune chekare chahila, tine ronda pamwoyo. So tokumbira kuti mapurisa eZimbabwe aite basa. Izvozvi makatarisa masvondo apera, takava nekupembera kugogo wabata mhondi yaiponda, asi kuno kuMabvuku hasa zvaitika. so isusu vana yamabhuku tichiri takabatikana ende nyaya iyo haifaniri kuzozorora ende hatife takazonyarira nyaya iyo kusvika yagadziriswa.
There was a 2% improvement in pass rate in this year's O-level results as the pass rate remained below 50%. More than 65% of the pupils who sat for the exams failed. Achu's Deputy Secretary General Munyaradzi Masiyiwa said the poor pass rate is a reflection of the crisis in the education sector, particularly in rural areas. Let's hear Masiyiwa speaking.
We note ZIMSEC has announced a 2% improvement in terms of pass rate from the 2024 ordinary level pass rate, which leaves us with a 35% pass rate, which means 65% of the learners are deemed to have failed these exams. 65% is a massive component of people who set for ordinary level and they failed to pass at least 5 O levels and above. This is a worrisome development, and to add more thought to these injurious circumstances, we note that the percentage pass rate is just a budget percentage pass rate. We would appeal to the government to make sure that they provide us with disaggregated data to say in urban areas this is the percentage pass rate, in the rural schools this is the percentage pass rate, in private schools this is the percentage pass rate, and overall the percentage pass rate is 35%. For a learner who is in Tower right now, or a parent or any stakeholder who is in Tower right now, at a school which recorded 0% pass rate, hearing and reading this news that the overall pass rate is 35%, what does he or she feel about it? Does it reflect what is happening in that particular district or at that particular school? So this is a disgrace. We know for some schools in well schools, well up schools with better standards and motivated teachers, because they are getting some private tokens, they recorded 100% pass rate at O level or more than 80% pass rate. And as they read again this 35% pass rate, national pass rate, what does it tell them? What information are we providing to such institutions? So we need to be fair to those who are doing well, to be fair also to those districts who are recording 0% pass rate. This has to be reflected. We need this data on our table so that we know where to channel more resources. We know where to put our focus more.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Education has announced a cap on subjects that students are expected to register at O level and at A level. The ministry instructed schools to stop registering students for more than 9 subjects at O level and 3 subjects at A level. The move, according to the ministry, is meant to ensure that students master concepts. The Meteorological Services Department, together with the Department of Civil Protection, has issued a weather advisory warning of heavy rain, strong winds, thunder, and lightning from tomorrow 20 January to Saturday 24 January 2026. The department said widespread thunderstorms and flash flooding are expected across the entire country, with some areas likely to receive over 50 millimeters of rain within 24 hours. This raises the risk of hazardous road conditions, reduced visibility, landslides, and rockfall. Citizens are advised to take precautionary measures, including repairing rooftops, securing loose items, and keeping animals safe during storms. People should avoid open areas, flooded zones, and seek shelter indoors. The former MP for Country Park, Pashos Vanda, has said the rot in the country's roads is a direct result of ZANU-PF mismanagement. Responding to the Minister of Transport statements shouldering blame to local authorities over potholes in roads, Sivanda said it is the central government that must bear responsibility as it remote controls councils through the Ministry of Local Government. He also accused the central government of failing to release devolution funds to local authorities on time. ZANU-PF infighting has gone a level up after Nyanga MP Superman Ndiwanzira revealed Mr. Mnangagwa's favorite businessman, Wicknell Chivayo, failed to deliver on a tender he won to supply 30 megawatts of electricity to Manicaland. Mandiwanzira made these comments during a rally held recently where he questioned why the project had stalled despite Chivayo having won the tender. Let's hear Mandiwanzira speaking.
Kune zvakare project ye30 megawatts yamagetsi iri kwatangwe naikoko kunonzi Kudazi. Project yakatanga mazuva aformer president vaMugabe tikatombonzigadzirai migwagwa vari kuuya kunoita ground breaking ceremony. Toziva kuti yakahwinwa navaChivayo, imi munotamba muligi imweyo yamabusinessmen. Titaurireyo kuti dai road iyoyo dhamu iroro negwenya remagetsi 30 megawatts zvakasika kuitwa kuti mhuri yokuno iwanikwewo iri pamepu panyaya yekuprovhaidha magetsi kunyika. Zvinounza mabasa, zvinounza tourism.
Meanwhile, a senior official in the opposition, Honorable Fatsai Mahere, has publicly asked Wicknell Chivayo if what Mandiwanzira said is true. Writing on social media, Honorable Mahere also asked Chivayo how much the tender was for and how much he was paid in advance, while questioning where the money went. The Judicial Service Commission JSC has confirmed that Chief Justice Luke Malaba will be retiring from his post on 15 May 2026. In a statement posted on 17 January 2026, the Judicial Service Commission said Justice Malaba last day in office will be 14 May 2026. Meanwhile, critics say Chief Justice Malaba will be remembered for abetting dictatorship by endorsing electoral fraud of Emmerson Mnangagwa in 2028 elections. Serial killer Enmo Zwitsa appeared in court this morning for routine remand. Zwitsa is facing charges of killing at least 19 people in Korube and the surrounding areas. Our Citizens Movement Radio News reporter gives us a full roundup of Zwitsa's case and other cases at the courts today.
Enmo Zwitsa arrived in court today, carried by another prisoner, as he was unable to walk due to his injured leg. In court, he was remanded in custody till the 3rd of February 2026 to allow investigations to continue. This includes Zwitsa taking detectives to areas where he committed his murders. Meanwhile, ZANU-PF Member of Parliament for Chirezi West, Darlington Chiwa, has been remanded in custody after being arrested by ZAC on charges of abusing constituency development funds. Chiwa is said to have transferred the CDF funds amounting to $50,000 into his own personal account and used the money to buy beer, clothes, and building materials for himself. In another case of ZANU-PF member and former MP for Chegutu West, Dexter Nduna, was back at the Kadoma Magistrates Court for the start of his trial in a case where he is facing charges of obstructing a messenger of court from executing of his duties. This follows Nduna threatening and stopping a messenger of court from taking property belonging to Nduna after Nduna failed to pay an outstanding debt. The trial is ongoing. Reporting for Citizens Movement Radio, I am Loveness Gotora.
Ugandan detector Yoweri Kaguta Museveni was declared the winner of presidential elections in that country amid allegations of vote rigging by his main challenger Bobi Wine. Museveni was re-elected for the 7th term with 71.65% of vote, while Bobi Wine managed 24.72%. Meanwhile, the opposition has accused Museveni of rigging the polls, and Bobby Wine shared a video of Electoral Commission officers marking ballots for Museveni. Going back to our top story, we spoke to citizens to hear their views on President Nelson Chamisa's comments that he remains committed to serve the people.
Kudzoka kwavachamisa mupolitics tinokutambira zvikuru sesu vatsigiri vavachamisa. Ndofunga munozviziva kuti vachamisa ndiye candidate yemazimbabwenzi ose angave ari munyika yezimbabwe angave ari kudiaspora vese vanhu vanochivimbo navachamisa vanhu vemuzimbabwe. Saka tinogamuchira kudzoka kwavachamisa mupolitics dzemuzimbabwe uye nokubatsira veruzhinji vana vemuzimbabwe vangade rubatsiro kubva kune vachamisa. Tinotenda zvikuru nemashoko avo vavanyora padande ravo vachiti vadzoka full time mupolitics. Zvekuimbisa kwakatiita muna December vakatiwo aiwa gore rino tinge chibatwa pane pachibatwa basa kuti tidzoke kuvanhu titaure nevanhu maringe nemamiriro akaita ikonomi yedu yeZimbabwe. Saka tinogamuchira zvikuru kuuya kwavachamisa uyezvewo tinotenda zvikuru kuti leadership yeopposition ngatibatanei tirwire kodzero dzevanhu muZimbabwe, tirwire vana veZimbabwe. Tarisai mapisha ari kuitika muZanu PF. Iko zvino Zanu PF mune zvikwata zvazara muZanu PF. Ari pana ari kutaura zvaari kuda, ari pano ndipresident, ari pana ari kutonga, ari pana ari kutonga. Saka isusu semaopposition ngatitorei mukana iwoyo tigadzirise imba yedu iwe zvakanaka, imba yeopposition, kuti tigoti kana takasarudzo dzikauya muna 2028 tigowina zvakare zvino mutsindo. Munozviziva mese kuti zvese zviri kuitwa neZanu PF zvokuda kuwedzera 2 years kutonga kwaMnangagwa inyaya dzokusvika maelection. Haisi nyaya yekuti hanzi toda kuita development kana kuti toda kudini. Nyika yega nyika inotongwa neconstitution, nyika haitongwe nekuda kwemaresolutions ebato, asi nyika inotongwa neconstitution yenyika. Saka vanofana kuti varespect constitution yevana veZimbabwe, kuti constitution yevana veZimbabwe inoti after 5 years tienda kuma-election. Saka izvozvo ndozvo tiri kudiwa neZanu PF kuti tiende kuma-election, because they know very well that if you go for election in Zimbabwe and against, facing Chamisa, it will be a disaster and they are going to lose the election again. So they know very well Mnangagwa kuti ndo pane nyaya. Saka trick dzao, they are trying kuda kubribe vanhu kuti hey daita development, hey China yakazodai. You can't compare Zimbabwe and China. Why don't you compare Zimbabwe and South Africa? Why don't you compare Zimbabwe and Zambia? Why don't you compare Zimbabwe and Mozambique? Kuti after 5 years we go for election. Ngatiregei kuda kuti vhara kumeso muchiti China yakazo haina opposition, kudzvanyirira vanhu vekuChina ukoko. Vanhu ngavapuwe kodzero yavo vataura zvavanoda. Tarisai zvakaita mapotiwe muZimbabwe, tarisai zvakaita mapotiwe matinoti mucity center yedu isisu. So we need majournalists anoona kuti zvinhu sei tine mapotholes, vachifonera kuma-authorities kuti why maroads edu asiri kugadzirwa, why maroad edu akamira zvakadai, why zvinhu zvakamira zvakadai muZimbabwe. We need majournalists are professional journalists, kwete majournalists eZanu PF anoti havagone kutaura zvinhu kuipa kuri kuitira nyika, kandi kuipa kwakaitika road dzedu vanoda kutaura vachingomhanya kumarare eZanu PF, but kutadza kufokasa nebasa reujournalist ndokutaura kuti vanhu kwamuZarabani vari kunhonga soso nemuromo, vanhu kwamutoko vari kunhonga soso nemuromo, maresources zedu ari kujiva. Izvozvo we need kuti Zimbabwe tive nematunhu ngaazvitonge matunhu. Dzimwe nyika dziri kubudirira nekuda kwematunhu, kana matunhu akazvitonga dzimwe nyika dziri kubudirira neizvozvo. Hatisi kuda zvinhu zvese zvinongozi zvinogadzirwa kuHarare, tikuda zvinhu zvinonzi matunhu ngaazvimiririre matunhu. Thank you very much.
Let's take a look at our sports news. Pape Gueye scored in extra time as Senegal edged Morocco 1-0 to win their second Africa Cup of Nations in a hotly contested final in Rabat. The match was made by controversy as Senegal briefly walked out of the pitch protesting against a penalty awarded to the host deep in injury time. The ref had earlier denied a Senegal goal for a foul in the build-up to the goal. It had to take the leadership of Sadio Mane, who called Senegal players to the pitch from the dressing room. Morocco's Brahim Diaz had his penalty saved by Edouard Mendy. Yesterday, Zimbabwe's under-19 men's cricket team were beaten by 8 wickets by England under-19 in the ongoing ICC under-19 men's World Cup. The tournament is being co-hosted by Zimbabwe and Namibia. Manchester United moved to the 4th place in the English Premier League after thumping rivals Manchester City 2-0 at Old Trafford on Saturday. Here are results of matches played over the weekend. Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 0. Liverpool 1, Burnley 1. Chelsea 2, Brentford 0. Wolves 0, Newcastle 0. Aston Villa 0, Everton 1. Leeds 1, Fulham 0. Tottenham 1, West Ham 2. Sunderland 2, Crystal Palace 1. To conclude our Citizens Movement Radio News, here are the headlines once more. It's a duty, says President Advocate Nelson Chamisa as he reaffirms his commitment to serve the people. Kufa Hakutizwi demands justice for slain Bishop Masaya. Crisis in education as O-level pass rate remains extremely low.